Hello, dear students, and welcome to this lecture. Today, we are going to talk about the adjectives. In this lecture, inshallah, we are going to know what is an adjective, or what do we mean with adjectives, and also we'll cover the types of adjectives. Besides that, we'll talk about degrees of comparison of adjectives and order of adjectives before noun. We know that the regular place for adjectives is before what? Before noun, comes before noun. So we are going to cover this part in this, or this things, okay, uh, in this lecture, inshallah. So first, what is an adjective? An adjective describes or modifies noun or nouns and pronoun or pronouns in a sentence. So when we say describe, that means it tells more about nouns or even pronouns. And we can say an adjective generally describes or modifies noun or pronoun, or even some nouns, okay, plural form, or pronouns, okay, in a sentence. For example, Mandy is a careful girl. Yeah, as you see, careful is an adjective that used before girl. Also, this article is used before girl, and we use it to tell. Okay, here we use a as indefinite article. So a girl here is a person. Okay, and we know that nouns can be person or even thing, or even place or something like that. Another example, Mandy is careful. Mandy is careful. Here we use the linking verb is, and after the linking verb we found the complement. So Mandy is Mandy is careful. Mandy is careful. Okay. In the first one we said Mandy is a careful girl. So the first sentence, the position of adjective is before what? Before noun. Okay, careful and girl. The second, here we know that the adjective used alone after what? Linking verb. Okay, the linking verb is. Okay, after it, we use just the complement. Okay, careful. So this adjective work as a complement. She is careful. So here also we describe the pronoun with the adjective careful. Similarly, when we said for thing, this is a nice car. This is a nice car. So here we describe the noun car with this adjective. So the adjective is nice. Okay, so the adjective can be used before noun, or even adding the second example, the car is nice. Here we describe the noun car as nice, and here we use the form of subject plus linking verb plus complement. So nice here used as a complement, and it tells us about the subject, which is what? Car. It is nice. Here, instead of using car or even the subject, okay, or the noun, okay, here we use the subjective pronoun or the subject pronoun it. So it here is described with the adjective nice. An adjective normally indicates quality, size, shape, duration, feelings, contents, and more about noun or pronoun. So when we say an adjective, as we said, that it describes nouns or describes or modifies nouns and pronouns. And here we can say when we use an adjective, the adjective will tell us about what? Some things, okay, some different things, okay, which are quality of noun or of some noun and size of it. Okay, when you say size here, we mean what? Big, small, or something like that. Also, the adjective can tell us about the shape of the noun. Okay, is it yes, rounded or unrounded or what? Okay, the shape of it. Okay, and duration. Okay, you think of time. Okay, in some way. Okay, 4 minutes. Okay, long time, something like that. So long and for here are used as an adjectives. Feelings. Okay, also think of the feeling. Okay, about something. Contents. Okay, of things, and more about noun or pronoun. We will talk more about each one of them, okay, later, okay, in this lesson. Adjectives usually provide relevant information about nouns or even pronouns, and they modified, describe by answering the questions as what kind of thing, how many, the number, okay, or even which one, the white or the black, okay, the red or the blue, okay. How much, okay, the thing is, okay, price or something. For example, the team has a dangerous batsman. Okay, the team has a dangerous batsman. Okay, so we think of the kind. Okay, so we think of uh, dangerous. Okay, batsman. Okay, and dangerous batsman, and here dangerous here describes the batsman. Okay, so dangerous is an adjective. It tells us about the kind of the person. We can say dangerous. Okay, I have 10 candies in my pocket. So here we think of candies as a noun and it's described by 10. So the number here, okay, 10 candies. Okay, so we think of how many. How many candies? We can say 10. So 10 candies. Here we think of 10 as an adjective that answers this question of how many. When you said dangerous, it answers the question of what kind. Okay, the first questions that we made here. So what kind? Here we said dangerous, batsman. If we think of dangerous is an adjective and batsman is a noun. And when we said I have 10 candies, you would think of 10 as what? As an adjective that describes what? Candies. Okay. So tell us about how many one of them. I love the red car. I loved that red car. So we think of that red car. Okay. You think of the answer of which one? Which one? That red car. Okay. That red. That red is an adjective and the car is the noun. So here we use that car, or sorry, that red. That red. We use two words in order to tell, yes, which one of them. Okay. So car is a noun and that car are adjectives that we use to describe the car. I earn more money than he does. I earn more money than he does. So think of more here is an adjective that describe money, more money, more money. Think of more is an adjective and money is a noun. So when you say I earn more money, that means we are talking about how much, okay, how much he earn or even how much I earn. We think of I earn more. I earn more money. So we think of more here as an adjective and money is a noun. Okay, now let's move to some other point. Types of adjectives. Types of adjectives. Here we have some different types of adjectives. We have descriptive adjectives, and we think of them as main forms. Okay, descriptive adjectives, quantitative adjectives. Quantitative adjectives. We'll talk about the types of them later. The third type is proper adjectives. The fourth one is demonstrative adjectives. The fifth one, possessive adjectives. The sixth, interrogative adjectives. And the seventh, indefinite adjectives. Also, we have articles, okay, and the compound adjectives. So we will cover them, inshallah, in the next part of our lecture. So the types of adjectives. The first one is descriptive adjectives. We can define descriptive adjective as what? As a word which describes nouns or pronouns, similarly as a general function, okay, to adjectives, okay, describes nouns and pronouns. Most of adjectives in the descriptive adjectives belong this type. Descriptive adjectives are also called qualitative adjectives. So when you say qualitative, we means what? Descriptive adjectives. Qualitative means what? Descriptive adjectives. Participles are also included in this type of adjectives when they modify a noun. Let's take some examples. I have a fast car. I am hungry. So when I say I have a fast car, or even I am hungry, here we notice that fast is an adjective to the noun car, and hungry here is an adjective that used to describe I, or the subject I. Here we think of is linking verb, and it is used to link the subject with the complement or even its complement. Okay, so the word hungry is providing information about the subject as we saw. The hungry cats are crying. We think of hungry also is an adjective to the noun cats. So it's plural form, okay? So we think of hungry cats, okay? Remember when we said an adjective describe noun, okay? We think of the forms, okay, of singular and plural. So we think of hungry here is an adjective that used to describe the noun cats, okay? I saw a flying eagle. I saw a flying eagle. Also here, flying is an adjective that used to describe the noun eagle. Okay. Sammy is a nice person. Sammy is a nice person. Also here we noted that nice is an adjective to the noun person. The second type is quantitative adjectives. We talk about descriptive adjectives, and we said that they are known also as qualitative adjectives. But now we have quantitative adjectives, okay? Quantitative adjectives provide information about the quantity, okay, the number, okay, how many, okay, quantity of what? Of nouns or even pronouns. This is the definition. So quantitative or quantitative adjective provides information about the quantity of the noun or even pronoun. This type belongs to the question category, how much and how many. So when we think of the number or even about the price, that means we are talking about quantitative adjectives, or even we will use the quantitative adjectives. For example, I have 20 bucks in my wallet, or even I have 20 dinners in my wallet. We think of 20 here is the number, and dinners, okay, return to what? He will think of 20 dinners, okay, and think of 20 as an adjective to what? To the dinners, okay. So that means how much, okay, how much. So we think of something like that, okay, how much. This is for money, okay. They have 3 children. They have 3 children. Think of 3 as what? As an adjective, quantitative adjective, okay. And now, and the noun is children. So this adjective 3 describe the number of children, okay, quantity. Okay, so how many children that they have? We can say they have 3 children. So 3 is an adjective and children is a noun. You should have completed the whole task. You should have completed the whole task. Think of whole here is an adjective and task is a noun. So think of how much. Also we can say whole, okay, task, okay. The third type is known as proper adjectives. Okay, the third type of adjectives known as what? Proper adjective. So we can say in the definition of proper adjectives that proper adjectives are the adjective form of proper nouns. The proper adjectives are taken from what? Proper nouns. So think of proper adjective are the adjective form of proper nouns. For example, here we will cover some type of form, okay? But before that, when proper nouns modify or describe other nouns or pronouns, they become proper adjectives. So when proper nouns modify or describe, yes, other nouns or pronouns, they become proper adjectives. And proper means specific. When you say proper, means specific. So that proper nouns as Ali, Muhammad, Muna, Sarah, okay. Think of proper noun of boy or even girl, okay. Think of proper here means specific. And when you say means specific here, we mean specific rather than formal or polite, okay. Think of formal or polite, okay. And a proper adjective allows us to summarize a concept in just one word. Again, instead of writing saying a food cooked in Chinese recipe, you can write or say even Chinese food. So instead of saying this long, yes, statement, a food cooked in Chinese recipe, you can just write or even say Chinese food, Chinese food. Okay, so this one can be used instead of saying this long, yes, statement. Proper adjectives are usually capitalized as proper nouns are. Okay. For example, when you say American, instead of American people, American cars, are very strong. So think of nationality, of people or even things. So American cars are very strong. American cars are very strong. An American is proper adjective. Chinese people are hard workers. Chinese people are hard workers. So Chinese here and American, both of them are used as what? As proper adjectives because belong to names of countries. Okay. American from America and Chinese from China. Okay. Even we can think in a similar way, Libyan people, okay, Libyan people, think of them this way as, yes, proper, okay, proper adjective, Libyans, okay, Sudanese, okay, and Indians, okay, we think of such type of forms, okay. Demonstrative adjectives. When you say demonstrative adjective, here refers to what? Something or someone. Demonstrative adjectives directly refers to something or someone. And demonstrative adjectives include the words this, that, these, and those. Okay. A demonstrative pronoun works alone and does not precede a noun, but a demonstrative adjective always comes before the word it modifies. So we think of the position, okay, of these, yes, demonstrative adjective. That building is so gorgeously decorated. Okay. That here, as you see, refers to a singular noun far from the speaker. Okay, so think of that building. That for far things from speaker. Okay, that building, think of that is an adjective and building is a noun. Okay, so that here describe the noun. Okay, and here when you say that, that means the building is not near. Okay, that means it's far from the speaker. When we say this car is mine, that means this refers to a singular noun that close to the speaker. When the car is near from the man, he can touch it in some way. You can say this car, this car. So we can say this refers to a singular noun close to the speaker, near to the speaker. So this is an adjective and car is a noun and this describe car. Okay. Right. From this meaning, okay, you understand that the car is near or too close to the speaker, not far away from it. These cats are cute. Here we know that this is an adjective and cats is the noun and it's describe the noun, okay? So this form, okay, describe the noun. This refers to a plural noun that close to the speaker. Those flowers are heavenly. Those flowers are heavenly. Those refers to a plural noun far from the speaker. Those refers to a plural noun far from the speaker. Possessive adjectives is the next type of adjectives. When you say possessive adjective, we already talk about them with pronouns because they are similar in some way. Okay, so we think of a possessive adjectives indicates possession or ownership. It suggests the belongingness of something to someone or something. Some of the most used possessive adjectives are my, his, her, our, their, you, okay? And all these adjectives always come before a noun. Unlike possessive pronouns, these words demand a noun after them. For example, my car is parked outside. Here we are working on this part. My car. My is the possessive adjective and car is a noun that is described by this word. So this word describes the noun. His car is very cute. His cat, his cat is very cute. Think of his cat. His cat here is another form, okay, another phrase, okay, that include a possessive adjective plus a noun. So this possessive noun describe what? This possessive adjective describes the noun, okay, the noun cat. His cat, your pen, your book, their yes, cars, okay, our job, okay. So we think of even her books and such type of forms, okay. Interrogative adjectives. An interrogative adjective asks a question. When you say ask question, that used in questioning, like words like what, where, when, and such type of forms. Think of them as interrogative adjectives. Okay, you participating in asking question, okay, are question words. An interrogative adjective must be followed by a noun or pronoun. So this is about interrogative adjective. Okay, interrogative means questioning. Okay, so interrogative adjective must be followed by a noun or pronoun. The interrogative adjectives are which, what, and whose. These words will not be considered as adjectives if a noun does not follow right after them. So in case we use them, we use which plus noun, what plus noun, whose plus noun, we'll accept in this case these nouns as well, these words as an adjective. We call them as interrogative adjective in case there is some noun after them. In case there is no noun after them or following them, that means we will not or we should not, yes, call them as well as adjective or interrogative adjective. Whose also belong to the possessive adjective type. Whose also used as possessive adjective type. For example, which form do you use? Which form do you use? Which here is an adjective or even interrogative adjective. Why? Because it's followed by noun. So when we have which, what, whose plus noun, in this case we call this word as what? Interrogative adjective. Which form do you use? Okay. What game do you want to play? What game do you want to play? What game? He will think of what as interrogative adjective, and it is followed with what? Game, and game is a noun. So what game here? We think of interrogative adjective and noun, or this interrogative adjective describe the noun. Whose car is this? Whose car is this? Whose is an interrogative adjective and car is a noun. So whose describe the car, or even car, which is a noun. Also, we have indefinite adjectives. When you say indefinite adjectives, you will think of some type of adjectives that describes or modifies a noun unspecifically. How? They provided indefinite and unspecific information about the noun. indefinite or even unspecific information about the noun. Here we think of the common indefinite adjectives are what? Few, many, much, most, all, any, each, every day, every week, every month, either, nobody, several, several times. We think of several as what? Even indefinite adjective, some. Okay, even some here is what? Indefinite adjective. So all of them are, or all the words in blue are considered as what? As indefinite adjectives. Okay? They also describe or modifies nouns unspecifically. For example, I gave some candy to her. I gave some cakes to her. Okay. I want a few moments alone. I want a few moments alone. When you say moments, he would think of few as an adjective, indefinite adjective, and moments as what? Noun. Okay, that described by few. Even the same thing in some candy or some cake. Several writers wrote about the recent incidents. We think of several writers. Several is an adjective or indefinite adjective. We do not know the specific number of them, how many, 2 or 3 or 4 or 10. So we use several, and several is indefinite adjective. Several writers wrote about the recent incident. So this is an adjective, indefinite adjective, and this is a noun. Each student will have to submit homework tomorrow. Okay. Each student will have to submit homework tomorrow. Okay. Think of each. Each is indefinite adjective and student is a noun. So each modifies or describes the noun student. The next type of adjectives are the articles. You know the articles, a, and the. Okay. Articles are also modify the noun. Articles are also used to modify the nouns. So this is a definition. Articles modify nouns. Articles modify nouns. So articles are also adjectives. We can think of articles a or an and the as what? As articles or even as adjectives. Sorry. So articles are adjectives. Articles determine the specification of noun. For example, a and an are used to refer to an unspecific noun, unspecific or unknown. Okay, that means the listener have no idea about the noun that we are talking about. And that is used to refer to a specific noun, to a specific noun. Okay, so here when you say specific noun, that means non noun, K-N-O-W-N, non noun to who? To the listener, okay, to the reader, okay, in some other, okay. So let's think of some examples. When you say a cat, that means it's unknown to the speaker or unknown to us, a cat, okay. And also it's unspecific, a cat, some cat, okay, in some way, not known, it's unknown. A cat is always afraid of water. A cat is always afraid of water. Here, the noun cat refers to any cat. That means we talk about any cat. Okay? Cat here is any cat, not specific. That means any cat. So we use a cat, that means any cat. And determine or is modifies what? The noun cat. But when you say the cat is afraid of me, that means some cat that the listener know which are. or which is, oh, sorry. And we think of also the cat has some idea about the cat that the speaker is talking about. Okay, so the cat is afraid of me. Here we can say this cat is a specific cat. That means maybe your cat or something like that. Okay, so for this reason we use that. So that used for specific or non-nouns, and a used for unspecific or unknown nouns. That means any noun, okay, any cat. But here the cat, that means it is non or specific to the listener. An electronic product should always be handled with care. An electronic product. So, and here used with the noun phrase. Electronic is an adjective, another adjective, and this is the noun. So here we have two adjectives, an and electronic. Both of them are adjectives, and product is a noun. So here we have first an article, an, that means any, a and a and a. They have the same function. They used to refer to unspecific nouns. That means any. So a and an for any nouns, used with any nouns which is unspecific. A and an nouns that they are used to describe are unknown, are unspecific. So we use a or an to say any. So what is the difference between the usage of a, or when we should use a, and when we should use an? We use a in case the noun that follow them starts in what? In a consonant. When you say consonant, that means not vowel. So in case we found vowel in the next noun, okay, to the article, we should use an. So an comes before vowels. You remember the vowels A, E, I, O, U, and here we use E after an. So we said an E, an electronic, an apple, an egg, an umbrella, an, yes. So we think of what? An orange even. A, E, I, O, U here after the article. So we should select the article and in case we talk unspecifically. In case we talk about noun unspecifically and the noun start in some other letter, not A, E, I, O, U, not one of the vowels, okay, that means any consonant, B, C, D, F, G, okay, to Z, okay, but not the five vowels. In this case, we use a for unspecific nouns, okay. So we say a cat, but an umbrella, a cat and a bag and a boy, but an egg, an umbrella, an orange, an electronic product, and other forms. Okay. We use the with the words or the nouns that starts in consonant or vowels. Okay, the with consonants and vowels. Okay, nouns. Okay, and sorry, consonant and vowels words. Okay, or nouns that use for or that are yes specific, okay, or that describe as specific nouns or non-nouns, okay, to listeners, okay, or to readers. What about compound adjectives? Compound adjectives connect or contain two or more adjectives. Compound adjectives is when we combine words to modify nouns. So when compound nouns combined words modify other nouns, they become a compound adjective. So when we combine yes, words to modify nouns, that words, okay, are known as what, or become compound adjectives. Okay. So when compound nouns, combined words modify other nouns, they become a compound adjective. This type of adjective usually combines more than one word into a single lexical unit and modifies a noun. They are often separated by a hyphen, similar to the compound noun that we covered, okay, in some other lecture, or joined together by a quotation mark. So we can use hyphen or even quotation mark. These are the quotation marks. Between them, we'll find what? The compound adjectives. Let's take some examples. I have a broken down sofa. I have a broken down sofa. Here we use what? Two words together, okay, in order to make an adjective, okay, that used to modify or to describe the sofa, okay. So broken down is an adjective and sofa is noun, and this adjective used before the noun to modify it or even to describe it. I saw 6-foot long snake. I saw 6-foot long snake. Okay, so he will think of what? Some compound adjectives that use to what? To describe the snake. Okay, 6-foot long. Okay, so we think of 6, 6, and foot and long. All of them together are compound to describe the snake. So this is an adjective, okay, between two quotation marks. Okay, so we can use two quotation mark, or even we can use hyphen to connect, okay, or even to combine what? Combine adjectives, okay, a combined adjective. Think of compound adjective, and he will combine them, okay, in this way. Okay. Now let's move to some other point, okay, which talk about the degree of comparison, degree or degrees of comparison of adjectives. There are 3 degrees. There are 3 degrees of comparison for adjectives. The first one known as positive, the second one, or the second type, known as comparative, and the superlative form is the third one. So we think of positive, when you use as before, or an adjective and as again, okay. Comparative, when we add er, here we say positive, as long as big as. Okay. Comparative, we say longer than, when we add er, longer than. Okay. Bigger than, bigger, say bigger, okay, in case you want the slow sound, bigger sound, bigger than, longer than. We add er in comparative form, but in superlative form, we'll say the biggest, the longest. We add est is the superlative form. Okay. These degrees are applicable only for descriptive adjectives. So we use them only with descriptive adjectives, okay, are used only for descriptive adjectives, not other types of adjectives. So we'll say, for example, in the positive form, or positive degree of comparison adjective, which is what? As we said, descriptive. He is a good boy. He is a good boy. Okay. So we think of good here is a positive degree. He is a tall boy. It is a big house. Okay. All of them big, tall, good. Okay. All of them are what? Descriptive adjective, as we said. And in this form, we think of them as positive degree. In comparative degree, he will say he is better than any other boy. So we can say Ahmed is better than Khalid. Okay. So we can say also Ahmed is taller than or taller by adding er. Okay. When I make the sound as ra here in order to make me yes, so to understand me. Okay, to make you to understand me. Okay. Ahmed is taller than Umar. Taller than. Okay. Taller than. We add er in the comparative form. Okay. In the superlative form, here we have some other example. He is the best boy. He is the best boy. The best boy, best here is the superlative form. Okay. So we can say Ahmed is the tallest in the class. Ahmed is the tallest in the class. Okay. So we think of what? Superlative form. When we think comparative, we use er. When we compare two things or two people or two places or something like that. When we use est, we use it in superlative, yes, among the group or among some group, okay, not just two, okay. Comparative between two and this superlative among group, okay. Okay, Ahmed is the tallest in the class, is the tallest by adding est. So he will think of good is positive form, better. Comparative form, best, is superlative form. Tall is positive form, taller comparative form, and tallest is also superlative form. Big, positive form or positive degree, big, positive degree, bigger, comparative degree, and biggest is superlative degree. Now let's move to the last part of our lecture, which is about what is the general order of adjectives before a noun. When we say general order, that means we think of arrangement. Which one comes first? You know, we studied the different types of adjectives. Okay, in the previous part of the lecture, we talk about the different types of the adjectives. We have some different types, but what is the general order of adjectives before noun? How to put them in order in case we want to use more than one adjective. Let's say two adjectives, two different adjectives, descriptive and let's say qualitative, or quantitative adjectives, or even we want to think of some other order. Okay, we want to think of proper noun proper adjective and descriptive adjective. Which one of them should come first, the descriptive adjective or the proper adjective? Okay, you know, we said that adjective generally comes before noun here in this side as the article. Here is an adjective as you know, okay, as you knew in the previous part, and the noun here is noun. Okay, so describe this one. So before the noun, we'll use what? The adjective or adjectives here. Sometimes we use more than one adjective, as we said, or more, yes, or noun used as an adjective before a noun, as in the case of abstract forms, okay, or material forms, okay. The order as follows, so we should follow this order. In case we have some different types of adjectives, articles and quantitatives will be before what? Opinion adjectives, and before size, age, shape, color, origin, material, type, and purpose, and noun. Okay? So the first article, according to this point, okay, or according to these different adjectives, should be articles and quantitatives. The second, opinion. The third, size, adjectives. And the fourth, the age adjectives. The fifth are the shape adjectives. And the sixth are the color adjectives. The seventh, the origin adjectives. And the eighth, the materials adjectives. And the ninth are the type or purpose adjectives. And the noun then are used here in this part. Okay, so the noun is always the last word after the after what? After the adjectives. Okay, so we'll find first the adjective or adjectives plus noun. Okay, when we say articles or quantitatives, we think of articles as a, an, and the. Okay, and we know the quantitatives. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, think of number 20. Okay, you remember them. Then we'll find opinion as what? Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so think of beautiful. Okay, you know, there is differences between even this opinion, okay, according to the person himself. Maybe someone that I see him beautiful, but you think of him as yes, not beautiful or not very beautiful or something like that. Okay, think of opinion, wonderful, beautiful, and such type of awful, okay, such type of forms, okay, or such type of adjectives. Size adjective as big, small, huge, okay, long, tall, okay, all of them are size adjective. Age adjective as old and young, okay, in age, this is for people. And antique and on what? Old and new, this is for things. Shape, rounded or round or unrounded or unround or even rectangular, okay, or even squared, okay, or yes, we think of them as shapes. Okay, color, red, black, blue, white, brown, blonde, okay. Origin then, okay, as Chinese, Swedish, Libyan food, okay, Libyan, let's say Egyptian, American, yes, Australian. Material, okay, can be copper, chicken, wooden, okay. So think of cotton here even as what? Material adjective. Type and purpose as historical, okay. Practical, think of such type of historical and yes, such type of type and purpose adjectives. And then you can use the noun and you can say the noun here is the final part, as building, bus, cup, coin, cats, pizzas, pencils, and lady. So we can arrange the sentence, or can arrange, sorry, the phrase contents, which we call them as noun phrases, because all of these parts, all of these adjectives describes what? A noun describes a noun. All of these adjectives, from the article to the type or purpose adjectives, okay, they are describe the noun here. We call this phrase as noun phrase. So let's take some example for this arrangement. We'll say a, then wonderful, a wonderful old historical building. A wonderful old historical building. So we use article first, then opinion, then age, and then historical as what? Type or purpose, and then we use the noun at the last part. So this is the general order. Okay, we should put it like this. Okay, so you should arrange or you should put arrange or put the adjective in the same order. Okay, the same order of this table. Okay, from here to type or purpose to the noun. The second example, a big red bus. Also, an antique Chinese cup. The small round copper coin. The small round copper coin. Okay, here we used what? The article, the, then size, small, then shape, round adjective, okay, as an adjective, okay, shape adjective, round, and then we use the material adjective, copper, and then we use the noun. Two old black cats. Two old black cats. So the age should be mentioned before color. Two old black cats. Two is quantitative. Two red cars. Two red American cars. Two red American cars. According to what? To this order. To this order. Okay, order of adjectives. All huge rectangular chicken pizzas. Also, you can use this form, okay, or this arrangement or this order. New brown wooden pencils. The third, we use both of them, even article plus quantitatives, as in this example. The third young blonde Swedish lady. The third, okay, we use article and quantitative in the same form, okay. The articles before quantitative. The third young blonde Swedish lady. Okay, so we can follow the same order of adjectives, okay, in case we want to use more than one adjective in the noun phrase. Okay, so it is very important to keep this order in your mind. Try to help yourself by thinking of the articles and quantitative as one group, then opinion, then size, then age, then shape, then color, then origin, then material, then type and purpose adjectives, and the last, or in the last position, you should use a noun. So all of these, yes, what? Words should be used what? Before the before what? Before the noun, or before the noun. So before the noun, here, the left hand, okay, we should use what? This adjective or any of these adjectives. Because you want to use more than one, you can think of this arrangement. Maybe in the exam, okay, I will give you some questions to arrange some adjectives that use with some noun. Okay, arrange them, to put them in order. Okay, to put them in order, similar to what we have here in this table. Okay, so please, okay, be aware of this part. Okay, think of keeping this adjective arrangement or this adjective order in your mind. Okay, and our questions will cover this area also. This is the end of our topic. Okay, see you inshallah in some other lecture. Goodbye.